It's pretty awesome. I'll give you the quick tour walk around here. Lots of room for more vendors. You can pack a lot of vendors in here. So, pretty awesome. Let's give you a quick walk around and then we'll spend a little more time at some of the booths. Wow. Not as many people as I thought in here. And let me tell you, I've had so much coffee, I am buzzing. Pretty wild. I'll give you just a quick walk around. Hi. Got scales and tails over here. Got a couple booths over here. Interesting. Nice. Alright, so this is a corn snake.
Yeah, palmetto.
Palmetto.
That's the one.
Is it recessive? Or?
It is, it's a recessive.
Okay. Wow, look at that. I think that's the smallest snake I've ever held. Take a look at that snake. Wow. Look at how tiny. What do these things eat?
Pinky mice. Day old pinky
That's
mice.
incredible. Look at the spots on that thing. That's pretty wild. I think if you get it too close, it might
wash out.
Yeah. I think the focus is only like a foot and a half. That is pretty wild. So this one has the bigger eyes.
It does, yeah.
That's associated with the palmetto.
Gene. Yeah, but we don't know what specifically causes it, if it's sex-linked or not, because sometimes it'll show up and sometimes it doesn't. We haven't quite figured out, as an industry, we haven't quite figured out what's causing it yet.
So it's just palmetto, 2 copies of the palmetto gene?
Correct.
And no other genes in there?
Not in this one, no. I mean, this one's possible had AML and anery.
I love the spots.
Yeah, and those spots will get more and more pronounced and more prolific too as it gets older.
This is so small. I'm afraid I'm going to hurt it.
Right.
It's like handling a worm. That is pretty wild. That is pretty awesome. All right, cool. Thank you.
Yeah, you bet.
Puts his head up like a cobra.
Oh yeah, they're super curious.
All right, so this is interesting. A whole business based on isopods. So take a look at this. These are little tiny, we used to call them roly-polies. If you can actually take a look at that, and they're crazy. All the different colors and patterns, and the price is $6 for $75. Some of them are like, as much as $150 for 6 of them. Really interesting. They got tons and tons. There's a whole price list here. They're over on Morph Market, which is pretty cool. Interesting business idea. And so take a look at this. They actually have a reference chart over here with all the different isopods. It's a really interesting business. All right, take a look at this. I'm thinking this has to be a world's first. Take a look at this crazy snake. So this is actually a super fly, which is a super pastel fire, and it has granite and leopard, and it's a clown, which is pretty wild. Is this a male or female? Female. Wow. Take a look at that. $6,000 for this girl. A little bit out of my price range, but look at that crazy look to her. She looks pretty wild. That is a wild looking snake. I love what the genes can do when you mix them in with clown. I always get some really wild, unexpected stuff in clown. That is an awesome snake. Probably one of the best ones in the show that I've actually seen. That's pretty awesome. I love the clown combos. All right, thanks.
Thank you.
And you are creature breeders from Thornton, Colorado. All right, nice. All right, awesome. All right, so here's something that I might actually buy for my mom. A dead snake in an upside down light bulb. I was get her something she doesn't have. I can guarantee she doesn't have anything like that. Really interesting piece of art right there. Although she might like a skull better. Pretty interesting. Interesting stuff. How about this fish? Very interesting.
She's kind of ugly today.
Oh yeah?
Getting ready to shed.
Wow, dude, with the first time ever holding a Brazilian rainbow bull. Look at how beautiful it is. Wow, look at the head. That is crazy with the striping on the head. Awesome. So these need high humidity, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I've heard if they get low humidity, they can die. Really?
Yes. And they also need fresh water, which is key. I think a lot of people miss. They know if it's fresh, and I give them fresh water like every 2 or 3 days.
Wow, that's awesome.
So high humidity and water, and after that, they're really hard to eat.
Oh. So how often do they eat?
Adults every 2 weeks, babies weekly.
And what do you feed them? Like small rats?
They're all like small rats. They're really good eaters. Like I call them my rainbows are garbage disposals.
Really?
They'll eat whatever you give them.
Really?
They're not picky at all.
Beautiful.
She's probably still a little slim because she just had babies this year.
Oh,
She's already eating rats all the time now.
that's awesome. 4,000 for a breeding pair? Maybe.
A pair that I've been sole owner of for a long time. I'm
Really?
heartbroken to let them go, but I have a lot of projects that I've got to focus on.
Look at the spots on the sides. It's so awesome. What temperature do you give them?
Cooler than most, so like 78 to 81.
Wow, 78.
I heat my whole room to 80,
Oh,
and I
yeah.
only give them hot spots when they're grabbing females. I give them like 82 as a hot spot. So it's still pretty cool.
So not 90. Too hot.
No, they will not do well in 90s.
Look at the belly. Pretty awesome.
At night, it's really cool. Their whole sides turn white.
Really?
Like they'll turn white like that belly.
Wow.
It's very cool how at night they do that.
Wow. Pretty awesome. Thanks.
You are welcome.
So I think this is the biggest bull I've ever actually held. Let's see what he thinks about my Ball Python smell. Looks like a sweetie. Nice. So are there any genes in this one?
Yeah, so it's a anery or anathoristic Roswell laddertail.
Roswell laddertail, anathoristic. Interesting. Wow. Look at all the speckling. That's really awesome. You won't bite me, will you?
No.
She's super friendly.
All right, I'll take your word for it. Super friendly. All right. How often does he eat?
Every other week. So yeah, they're not like ball pythons where you feed them every week. So every other week, try to maintain their growth.
Wow, take a look at that.
He's a big boy.
Yeah. Nice. That's a beautiful snake right there. 1,500, baby.
1,500.
That's pretty awesome. One of these days, this is a male.
Yeah.
Wouldn't mind a couple boys at some point. Look at the belly on that one. That's pretty wild. Nice. All right, thanks.
No problem.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
Take a look at
pretty
that. Beautiful. I absolutely love these albino milk snakes. Nice. Beautiful snake. Have kind of a funny, almost like a scrunched up head. So it's kind of funny on the head. They're always a lot more squirrelier than ball pythons too. Really awesome snake. This one's pretty big actually. Look at how big it is. Very big snake. Beautiful. Nice looking snake.
Looks like it's gonna shed.
Yeah, it looks like it's almost ready to shed. Look at that stripe right on the nose. I don't know if you can catch that on the camera. It's got a funny stripe right across the nose. It's so funny on this one. Let's see if I can get it on camera here. Got a really funny nose. Stripe right across
There
the
we
nose.
got it, I think.
So cute.
Yeah.
That's such an awesome snake. $300 maybe. Look at the belly. That's awesome too. That's a really cool snake. All right, thanks. That is from Scales and Tails. Wow, that's a big woman.
That's a big one. Yeah.
Look at how big that woman is.
As well.
That is really crazy. So I actually had a Woma that I bought through the mail. Got delivered to me, got all beat up in the mail. And it was super mean, super mean. And it took me a regular working with that snake for a whole year before I tamed it down, and then it was super tame. But yeah, that's kind of my experience with Womas. An Australian Woma. I actually sold it to a guy that had a female, laid a whole bunch of eggs the very first year. Similar to the blackheads, they don't get quite as big as the blackheads. Really awesome snake. Look at how yellow the head is on this one. Really nice, kind of a yellowish green on the head. Pretty awesome. Take a look at the belly on this one. Look at that belly. That's pretty awesome. Like a yellow stripe right on the belly. Nice. That's a cool looking snake. This is from Scales and Tails. Yeah, how much is this one?
$500.
$4.99. Wow, the prices have really gone up on these, which is pretty amazing. Hey, I think when I started in Womas, they were like $300, which is what, 6 years ago? So yeah.
Yeah, they're hard to find still.
But and a full-size adult like that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a male here too. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big Bol Python.
That's awesome. Can you take it off the stick?
Yeah.
So I've never held a green tree python.
Never, huh?
Never.
Check it out, man. A lot of people think you guys have really aggressive.
I heard if they bite hard.
They just have large teeth, so yes, the bite would be, I don't want to say painful, but you'll just bleed a lot. The teeth are big and deep. You coax them off the branch, they don't seem to be agitated about that. So you kind of just want to coax them off without grabbing them off. Just move with the snake. Eventually he'll kind of calm down. You know?
Wow, here we go. First time with the green tree. Alright, let's see if I shed some blood today with this guy. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I've seen some tame ones every now and then, but it seems like every single green tree I've seen is really super aggressive. This one is really nice. Look at how beautiful it is. All the yellows and the spots. Pretty awesome. Hopefully, hopefully we won't get any red color coming through on this guy. Look at that, how beautiful. That is really awesome. Awesome. So he's pretty squirrely too. Doing pretty good. Look at the eyes. I don't know if you can see the eyes on that one. Really cool looking eyes as far as the eye color. Awesome snake. Wow. I can't believe I'm holding a green tree python. And I'm doing pretty good. It doesn't seem very like it's aggressive or anything. Looks like he's doing pretty good.
Common misconception for that species.
Yeah, it is. Pretty awesome. All right, thanks. That's really awesome. Doing really well. Alright guys, take a look at this. This is first time ever holding a lychee. Leachianus. Really super sticky feet, which is pretty unexpected. I didn't expect them to be so sticky. They have like a death grip on me, which is pretty amazing. It has an interesting feel to it. Kind of a almost like a, it's really soft, but not quite like a crested gecko. Like a rougher soft, I guess you'd say.
Yeah.
That is pretty wild. All right. So yeah, that is, wow. He's like pretty jumpy. That is the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, no, your younger ones, and just like your babies, I mean, they're gonna be more, hey, I'm out of here. I'm not big and bad. But then your bigger ones they'll kind of lazy, kind of hang out and do their little thing.
Cool. And this is your shop?
That is our business there.
Epic Style.
Epic Style, whynot.reptiles.com.
Cool.
Our main focus is our Leachianus geckos and Ball Pythons. We do have some bearded dragons, tortoises, and some green tree pythons. So a little variety. But we just enjoyed, sharing the educational stuff. Back home, we do education shows at schools and daycares and stuff. So it's a fun time.
Nice, cool.
Yeah.
And where are you out of?
We're out of Kansas City, Missouri.
Oh, nice.
So a little bit of hike for Colorado, but had to come for the views, man.
Yeah, that's for sure. All right. All right, so take a look at this one. This is a bamboo clown. Bamboo clown. It also has pastel, lesser, and spider. You can see it has a little bit of a head wobble from the spider, which is kind of interesting.
Not sure if that makes it paradox or not.
Yeah, it could have a little bit of paradox in there. Sometimes the bamboos will have a little mark like that. Look at how dominant the bamboo is in that combination. The combination of the bamboo and the spider is really interesting. You can see the kind of the spider white coming up the side, which sometimes you see that in the bamboos, or in the spiders and the bamboos. Really interesting combination. I'd have to say that's the first time I've seen a bamboo clown in real life, which is pretty amazing. Only $400 bucks. What? Maybe. That's almost too good of a price to pass up. All right, and what's the name of your shop?
Tiny Dragons.
Tiny Dragons. Where are you out of?
Yeah, Las Vegas.
Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Wow, nice.
So we're hoping to do the next reptile show there. I think it's November 5th.
Oh, huh.
So we're going to try to get that one.
Nice. All right, thanks a lot.
All right, no problem.
Yeah.
Stand there, buddy.
All right, so take a look at this snake. This is actually a scaleless silver streak, which is pretty awesome. One of the few scaleless that I've actually seen at the reptile shows. No scales at all. So you get this by breeding two scaleless heads together. 25% of the time you'll get a completely scaleless ball python. Pretty awesome snake. Hopefully I'll actually produce one of these next year. Probably the best snake in the whole show right there.
It's like as a baby.
All right, so this is pretty wild. They have a whole bunch of praying mantises, a whole bunch of different colors. That one's pretty wild. This one's kind of the one I'm used to. Good prices too. Wow. We'll take a look at this one. Not for sale. Crazy looking. This looks like a leaf. Interesting. I didn't know there was so many different kinds. Wow. So here's something you don't see a lot at the reptile shows. Eastern painted turtles. We used to call them red-eared sliders. We used to catch these in the wild in Wisconsin when I was a kid. Pretty cool. All right, so take a look at this. This is enchanted entomology. Take a look at this. This is wild. Beautiful. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good. What kind of butterfly is this?
Those are Madagascan comet moths. So they are from Madagascar. And it's the largest moth in Madagascar.
That's amazing. I love the displays. Look at this green one over here. That's pretty wild. Awesome. So this is pretty interesting. I've never actually seen animal skulls for sale. And like a jawbone. Pretty wild.
Or just
trilobites too. That's pretty cool. Interesting stuff. Some geodes at a reptile show. Pretty awesome. And that one. Pretty cool stuff. So check this out. I've actually seen quite a few of these tegus in like a snake display, which is the first time I've ever seen that, which is pretty interesting. Another thing that's pretty interesting too is I've seen a lot of sand boas. A lot of people have been asking for sand boas, and I haven't seen any at the shows until this show. There's a few of them out here, which is pretty wild. This is actually Manhattan Reptile Planet.
That one is the marble jag pet purple. So
Wow, look at that. Nice. Take a look at that. Is it dwarf?
Yeah.
Mainland, huh?
Yep.
Wow, take a look at that. Beautiful snake. Nice. Absolutely love these articulate pythons, but I know firsthand experience, they get really big. Lucy, she's about 100 pounds and she's half dwarf. So sometimes they can get really big. Beautiful. Absolutely love these really big snakes. DNA slithers and critters. That's the snake to is $2,500. A little bit out of my price range today. Awesome snake. Take a look at that. Yeah, this one definitely has a grip on it too. Wow. I love these things. Absolutely. All right. All right, thanks a lot. All right, so there you have it. That was a pretty awesome reptile show. As a matter of fact, since there wasn't that many vendors there, I didn't think there was going to be that many amazing animals, but let me tell you, it definitely proved me wrong. I couldn't believe some of the high-end snakes and other animals that they actually had there. It was pretty amazing. So thanks for coming along. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.